Right, cry along. I'm just turning me laptop on so I can read the comments, but for some weird reason it's not showing the video that I want. So once that comes on, it's easier for me to read the comments. And it's on now. Like I say every single time. Right, John's life. It is, Malk, yeah. Alright, Marcus. And you're a mod on my one. Yeah, like I said, I always do this. I find the easiest way to live stream is stream through your phone. Alright, Mike? Stream through your phone and read the comments on your laptop. It's so easy to do it that way. Any setting up or anything. Alright, Leonard. So I'm just gonna see if I can get these coming up. Right. So John's live said you can just call me John if you want. Alright, John, will do. Just now. Hello, Nell. So if anyone's got any questions or anything to ask, just ask whatever. Like I said, I can never think of a topic or anything. So, Jumbles elbow. All right, mate. I'm not. I've been feeling really ill over the weekend. On Friday, I think Thursday, I felt like I was coming on like some sort of illness. Friday it didn't seem too bad, but I just thought I was knackered from work. But over the weekend, I know 100% I've definitely got some sort of illness. I've been feeling terrible all weekend. But the funny thing is, right now at the minute, I don't feel too bad. So John said the 2-2 hit a small hitch. Magazine is needed to make a floor plate. Factory is plastic and the mags are expensive. Alright, Rob. So if anyone's got any questions or anything, just ask them, because like I said, I never have a topic and there's not a lot I can say. Don't know about you, but I'm boiling up tonight. I'm really sweating. John's life. Well, John, what 2-2 have you got? What you bought for $20? Yeah, tell me what one it is, John. Leonard said, "What's your favourite game food, Malk?" I would probably say pheasant. I don't know why, but I absolutely love pheasant, and if it's been hung a little bit longer, the better. And for the last probably about 10 years, maybe longer, I've always had pheasant for my Christmas dinner, and it's always been a pheasant that I've got myself. And I'll always try, no matter what, to get one myself so I can have a pheasant for Christmas, which I've got myself. John said a Marlin Model 80 and 2-2 long rifle. Nice. What are you going to do the shooting competition with Michael? Rob said, "What's the answer to the meaning of life, the universe, and everything?" Oh, I don't know about that one. Jumble Sal Boo said, "Mal, with all the stuff on news about vapes, don't that worry you, mate? Maybe it was dodgy refills, maybe. I love pheasant, used to be an underkeeper." The thing is, I said this on the last one, right? When I used to smoke, it used to make me feel bad. I used to get a bad chest. I used to wheeze in bed, cough a lot, never had no energy. And when I switched to the e-cigarette, it was completely different. Well, I've got a cold at the minute, but I rarely ever cough. I never feel bad. I never wheeze in bed, and I feel a million times better. So it's a bit of a weird one. If I felt bad while I was doing it, then I might believe some of the stuff. It's weird, I don't know. I definitely felt bad on cigarettes, and I feel perfectly fine on the e-cigs. It's really weird. Unless it's the stuff I smoke is safe or something. Um, Leonard said, how long you have? About 4 weeks. Um, in between a week to 2 weeks, I would go 4 weeks. Depends how much before Christmas I end up getting it. If it's a week before Christmas, it'll only be hung for a week. If you know what I mean. But if I got it a few months before Christmas, I might hang it 2-3 weeks. Depends. Rob said you don't wheeze in bed. I heard that wrong. I don't do wheeze in bed. Jumble Sir said, all right, that's an e-cig, much better than a vape, maybe. I wish I could quit cigs. Smoke now and again when I fancy a pack. Yeah, I think. Do you know what the weird thing is? It could be because it's that. Perhaps these aren't so dangerous because I found these only put out a small amount of smoke, just a small bit, but enough to kind of do you. And you see them vape ones, and they got clouds of smoke. Well, breathing in clouds of any type of smoke is going to probably, or vapor, you know what I mean? It's probably going to do you in. But that's only a tiny little bit coming out of these. Probably less than a normal cigarette. Then it said pluck or skin down the beach and pluck for me. Well, I plucked a couple, and it really got on my nerves. I did it in the shed, covered in feathers everywhere. So what I do now is I just skin them completely. Just skin them. Just take the whole lot off. 10 times quicker. I can do it in 5 minutes. JBO Bushcraft, hello mate. Oh yeah, John says a bolt action 2.2 is a firearm. Nice one. Rob said clouds of smoke from a vape, something that can be set. The amount they hail is the same though, but looks more, but it's the same from what I understand. To be honest, I've never tried one of them ones that puff out clouds. Just kind of never thought, this always did it for me. All I wanted was a substitute for fags, get off of fags onto anything else, as long as I want smoking, I didn't mind. Marcus said, I singed a rabbit once, stunk a bit, but that's a lot actually. The fatty skin was nice. I've never tried singeing them, I've only ever just skinned them, including birds. 69 for cat, hello mate. Jumble Sour Boo said, hey Mac, bought any nice weapons lately? It seems the last couple of years that things are kind of drying up. P.S. Have you seen the new Rambo movie yet? I've not seen the Rambo movie. She was on about going to see it, but I felt terribly ill, so we didn't bother. But we was going to. It's in the trailer. It looks good. As for weapons, I ain't bought nothing for a long time, to be honest. When I heard about the making it harder to post them, I just give up and didn't bother. But apparently, Marcus said to me that a lot of things you can still get. Peter Nater, hello mate. '69 for cat said, do live chat or you get confused. Rob said, I don't smoke except for a cigar once in a couple of months. At JJ Fox in London. Leonard said, can't beat a 3/4 grown rabbit in a stew. 69 forgets a bad movie. Peter Knight said, want a link to that cold steel knife I said yesterday. Yeah, no trouble getting anything. I've not had any problems. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a nightmare. No one was going to be able to send anything out anymore. But it was all going on like, I see posts and people doing videos saying that their thing, it was going to be the end of them and all this. So I just thought, I ain't going to bother. Not if it's some hassle to get things. Yeah, if you got a link, send it, whatever. John said, with a 2.2 rifle and a L48, Mike figured out customs may take the bloody thing away. Anyways. 69 forgets that I'm a tad tipsy, so I'm trying my best to behave. Rob said, I went to cinema today, a double bill. Rambo and Angel Has Fallen. It was good, but I enjoyed Angel Has Fallen better. Fair enough. JBO Bushcraft said, are they books you've written, JJR? That's a couple of them there. I thought I'd put them up. I've done about, I think double that amount, maybe more. There's a couple up the top here. I've already done about 10 or 11 now. Small, books, about some of them about 100 pages long. '69 forgets said swan song for Rambo. Jumble Cell Boo said, yeah, went to see Rambo movie. Didn't like it. Over the top violence, not the previous four, mate. Bit of a piss taking a parody, to be honest. Alright. Who directed that one? This one. The new one. Did the dogs ever take rabbits' milk? Well, mine then, they seem to go for anything they can, though, but to be honest, in our woods near us, there's a motorway that runs right the way through it, a very dangerous one. So I always keep the dogs on the lead, purely because I don't want them getting off and running on the motorway. Do you know what I mean? They have put some fences up, but I don't want to risk it. So half the time wouldn't get a chance. But in the garden, I think Sky once got a magpie and Bella got a pigeon before. Pretty fast. Well, that was when they were younger though. John said shipping from the US is a problem, it seems. Well, if you ship anything from the US and you get it over here, you get all these taxes and stuff put on it. I had a few people send me gifts, and when I got them, I had to pay like 50 quid just to get them. Rob said, I may need to hop off suddenly. I'm expecting a Facebook call, so I've suddenly disappeared. That's the reason. All right, mate. Oh, did anyone answer who the producer, who made it? Who directed the new Rambo film? Was it? Leonard said, can't beat a good dog that wants to work. Peter Knight said, customs fees are a bitch. Alan Bushcraft, hello, mate. Yeah, the dogs would want to do it, but because of that motorway, always keep them on the lead. I'm sorry if I keep yawning. I think it's because I don't feel tired, but I think it's because I've got this cold. Mike said, director Adrian Grunberg. I didn't even see a link go up while I was looking. It may be up there. I maybe scroll back through and see if it's on there. But to be honest, I missed it completely. I didn't even see a link appear. Just looking through, I can't see one. Back to cinema. How you doing, Matt? You alright, mate? Glad you're on. Glad to hear from you. Is this John Wayne? Is it me? Peter Knight said, nice t-shirt, 5 song. Well, mine Well, I've got to think. I do like Sanitarium. I might say he's only directed 2 other things and not filmed. Jumbles out Boo said HMCE Customs is a lucky dip. Sometimes it goes through easy, sometimes not. Laugh at Out Sloan will also be a ghost director to Last Blood. Right. Peach, now, if you want to be a mod, I'll make you one and you can put that thing up. I'll put you up as a mod now, so you can put it up if you want. Yeah, back to cinema said I thought it was your movie. You're the movie maker, mate. Rob said Grumber worked as the first assistant director on such films as Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, Edge of Darkness, and Apocalypto. Legionator, you are a mod now. I'll watch it. I like the old Rambo films. Marcus said to Mike, see how it is without laughing out moderator, no problem. Well, do you want me to be honest with you? I ain't going to do it, so someone has to. 69 forgets that my web is broken. Some huge digi wasp flew into the surf. Leonard said, what do you make of the scaremongering over Brexit, man? Should we worry? Well, they're even putting up adverts now, aren't they, on the telly about prepare yourself for Brexit, do this and that. To be honest, I haven't paid no attention to none of it. I just think that is what they're all calling Project Fear, you know, to stop people wanting it, possibly to even back out or something, you know, hoping there's going to be another vote and everyone will be so terrified that they'll all say, you know, we don't want it anymore. I personally think that's just all part of Project Fear. Nothing to worry about. Or nothing to worry about unless you're some sort of massive, great big business or some rich bloke who happens to be employing, you know, a load of cheap labour, immigrants or something. Do you know what I mean? And then they're worried because they won't be here anymore, then they've got to pay proper wages to people. I'll see the link now, Peternator. What I'll do, I won't click on it now, I'll click on it later. Because I can't keep up with half of these things anyway, these comments. Vector Cinema said, chip or crisps bag make great emergency hand warmers. Yeah, I remember you saying that to me before. Urban Lecture Marcus, he's too liberal with the mods. Handouts for the mod, handouts for my liking. If I miss any comments, sorry, if it's important, write it again, whatever. To be honest, the moderator thing, I'm not going to do it. It's just going to be left. So it's better, look, other people ask to be moderators. Because I ain't going to end up doing it. Better if someone else does do it. Then they said, at Marcus, that was my vote, mate. I want what we asked for. Jumble Sale Boo said, Rambo Last Blood for me, anyways, was a big disappointment. Nothing like the previous 4. I think Sloan is getting ready for sci-fi hunter movie next with Rambo in it. And Mike replied to Marcus about the knives on Gearbest, and there's hardly any knives on there anymore. Peter Knight said, I'm a mod in 3 places now. Then it said, Predator versus Rambo. Yeah. Jumble South Boo. So Brexit will be okay. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs. Sooner we get out the single market, the better. 69 for Cat said, there was a good movie on C4 last night, The Wall. Cute Chinese chicken, that. Hollywood star. Didn't see it. Back to cinema. So I'll be publishing a book on Amazon soon. You have inspired me with your survival books. I would highly recommend it, Matt. Honestly, get on there. It's way easier than anyone thinks. I thought it was going to be hard to do. Once I just figured out how to join, essentially the rest was easy, and definitely well worth doing. Worth doing, definitely. '69 gets a Chinese wall movie. Back to cinema. Said hello, weapon collector. RDP said, oops, gotta go. Call coming in. See you later, Rob. Lena Christian. Lena. Fuck. I can't even speak now. Lena Christopher said, I've not had a problem ordering knives. Got 4 off Springfields last week, no problem. Local post, he signed for them, posted them, no questions asked. I think that was just me being I just heard all the crap, and I'd actually seen a couple of videos of knife makers and websites and that saying, oh, we're going to be ruined. And I just thought, no, it's no point, I can't be bothered. I've got knives, I don't necessarily need more, so I won't bother. Marcus said, at JJR SURVIVAL, does it pay much, Mark? Apparently they say on Amazon, fiction books sell really good. So I know what you regard mine as. It's non-fiction. It's kind of how-to books, I suppose, or whatever. But fiction sells really good on Amazon, they reckon. These kind of books don't sell so good anyway. They're in a bit of a niche, but that's a good thing if people are interested. At the minute, you probably get I sell at least 1 or 2 books a day. I don't put them on for much, so I probably get about, I don't know, 30, 40 quid a month. But it's for doing nothing, so I'm always happy with that. But 30, 40 quid for nothing. I'll tell you another thing, you can advertise, and to be honest, except for on the back of the YouTube videos, that's the only way I do advertise. You really need to advertise more, really. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start maybe trying to show them a bit more on Facebook and other accounts, maybe Instagram and that. Vector Cinema said, is your ISBN numbers exclusive to Amazon? Mine are, yeah, because they give me the ISBNs for them. I think you can get an ISBN number from somewhere else and then put that on, but you can take theirs. If you take theirs, then it's exclusive just to theirs, if you know what I mean. 69 Forget said, badass moderators. I guess they're armed. You have to ask them, mate. Marcus said, I've got too many knives anyway. And torches. Marcus said, it's not bad, but considering it's for nothing, do you know what I mean, really, I enjoyed writing them, taking the pictures, putting them on, and it's something I always wanted to do, put them on, and then that's the end of it. You don't do anything else. People buy them. I always sell at least 1 book a day, but because I'm only selling the books, they're about, roughly about £5 each, aren't they? And you only get a percentage of that because some of the money has to go towards the printing of the books. But for doing practically nothing once you've done it, it's good. And the more books I do, the more the money I get. Leonard said, I've way too many knives, but can't stop buying them. Back to Cinema said, more profit on ebooks. 100%, yeah. If you put an ebook, say you put an ebook on for a £5, you'll probably get maybe £3 of that. But if you put one of these on for a £5, a proper book, you may only get £1.50 of the profits. So the ebooks are definitely way more profitable. You get a lot more of the profits you'll share from them. Agent said, can never have enough knives. 69 forgets that a decade ago I got a bit parrot about end of the world. Yeah, well, that's fair enough. Things kind of happen. The strange thing is, I had a friend of mine used to keep telling me, "Oh, I need to watch out. Something's going to happen. It's going to happen. Make sure you stock up on water and that." And he was a decent bloke and a trusted friend, right? So he kept making me a little bit paranoid. So I was like storing extra water and making sure I had all sorts of things. But you know, so far nothing happened there. But it can happen easily, you know. Especially with a trusted friend or someone keeps telling you, you know, you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful. Something's going to happen, whatever. Leonard said, if you have a crossbow pistol, get one of Weapon Collector's quivers. They're superb. Yeah. Marcus had just texted Samuel, told him about the stream. Oh, I should have messaged him. But now I'm on the phone. There's nothing I can do. 69 Phuket said, got full Niv and X2, his and hers, and lots of folders sneaked about. Jumble Sale Malk never asked you what you thought about Preppers TV, of how Preppers TV portrayed you. I think overall it was a bit condescending, but in a small segment, it was pretty objective. I thought I was lucky. I thought, to be honest, I tried my best not to do anything ridiculous, because they was asking me to do stupid things. They wanted me to walk about the house with a samurai sword and keep saying and doing other things. And like I said, no, I'm not doing it. I think luckily I was just about. I wasn't annoyed by it. Whereas, you know, if you watched it, a couple of the others on there look like absolute nutters. So I didn't mind it. I was quite happy with how I seemed, if you know what I mean. All right, Sam, see you're on. Marcus said he'd messaged you. Sam said, Malky, you're still addicted. 69 Forget said, shouldn't brag the stash, man. Just saying. True. Jukes Pursuits. Yeah, Malk, sorry to hijack. How's Luke? We'll have to let him know I've got a dial or bait caster set up. He went fishing today, funny enough. He went to like a competition match kind of thing. I don't think he took his camera because he was taking it, you know, pretty seriously. He wanted to I think that was prize money if you won and all that. But he said when he got there, it was absolutely pouring down with rain. And he said apparently no one was catching anything, and the bloke who did win won on like a fish that big, because that was the biggest anybody ever caught on the thing. So, but he's doing all right, working hard and all that. But I'll tell him what you said. Sam said, hey, all, thanks for the reminder, Marcus. Yeah, good job, Marcus. Vector Cinema said, I heard in urban survival situation water heaters and boiler tanks are great resource for water. However, many times overlooked. That's a good point, yeah. You know, in the back of the toilet as well and all that. Peter Nate said, ever made a bow drill fire? I have. I don't know if I did a video of it. I might have done. And I found it pretty hard going. Tiring. 69 for cats said, small folder knives I keep near the PC and keep clean shaven. Useful. Jumble Sale Boo said, yeah, you came across good, mate. I think like many liberal mainstream media shows, they try and set you up for a fool. You came out of it pretty well. Honestly, I've absolutely all the time in my head, I was thinking, I'm not saying nothing what would look ridiculous, or, you know, like I said, it was asking me to do ridiculous things and say ridiculous things. No, I'm not. And I think that pissed them off a little bit. But I purposely the whole time was thinking, don't make yourself look like a fool, don't make yourself look like a fool. Marcus said to Sam, notice there's a new sheriff in town. Iron Man Spartan said, do you like Pitfall Traps? Well, the only thing about Pitfall Traps, I think they're a good idea. They're excellent, but it's digging the pit itself. Unless you can find a pit or do that in a way when there's already a hole. Digging a big hole was quite a lot of effort. Because I was going to do a couple of these bird trap ones where they fall into a pit, but it was just digging a hole would have took too much time, so I didn't do it. But I may do some in the future, because even digging with a stick the trench for an just a normal coop trap, that takes a bit of time with just a stick. Then Chris said, the bird not annoying you tonight, Milk. No, I said to her, I'm going to do this upstairs while she can sit downstairs and watch telly. Sam said, I've seen how I've got to watch my snarky alien comments. Watch out in a minute, I'll make Sam a mod and he might block you, Marcus. Vector Cinema said, willow bark makes good aspirin because it's salicylic acid. Yeah. Iron Man Spartan said, alright, mate. Alright, Iron Man. Sam said, pit traps don't really work for small game. Too light, fast, or able to climb out. Very true. Imagine trying to do a pitfall trap for a squirrel. That would get out in no time. Vector Cinema said, cheers to all. I have to go now. You have been a great friend. Thank you, Matt. Good to hear from you, Matt. I truly mean that. Really good to hear from you. Cheers, mate. See you later. Sam said, can't be trusted with so much responsibility, Matt. I'll tell you, you can be a mod if you want. You're going to be a mod in 1 second. Sam is a moderator for your channel. Peter said, money zipper lighter inserts. I'll have a look at them. I'll look at these later. Oh yeah, Iron Man Spark said, yeah, a pit trap full of razor wire and sharp sticks. Yeah, some sort of something to injure it or kill it when it goes in. But like I said, I have made, I don't know if you ever remember, I made the Pheasant Pit Trap where I dug a hole, but it's got a lid on it. And it's basically just dig a pit, get a weaved stick lid, and you hold it up with basically what is an Arapuca bird trap trigger. Weights on top. I actually caught a pheasant in it. I got a video of it. That was pretty good, but the same thing was, it was good in one respect because you didn't have to make a cage. You just dug a hole, and the hole kind of creates your cage. It worked good with birds, but you have to have the lid on top. Peter Knight said, jet flame and electric arc one, very cool. Sam said, oh, it's on. Vector said, I'll be around, can't wait till Fallout or Zombie Apocalypse. Marcus said, this is my night, Sir Marcus. Peter Knight said, yeah, that's fine, but all the links I will post. Post as many links as you want, mate. But I'll just look at them later though. Marcus said, I hope you feel ashamed of yourself, Mike. Nelson, looks good, Marcus. Sam with your name's lit up. Iron Man Spartan said, are crayfish good to eat? I never tried them. Yeah, I like crayfish. I like any kind of seafood like that. And you can catch them here in England as well, but you have to have a licence to do it. Simon Gray said, you. Not Simon. Sam said, Nell, I've always wanted my name in lights other than police lights. Mike said, Marcus, you must work for it on my stream. Look at Nell when she shares the links and all the voluntary. And all voluntary, yeah. I ain't paying no one. Donna Johnson. Oh yeah, yeah. In America they call them crawfish, don't you? We call them crayfish over here. So what's everyone else been at over the weekend or whatever? Doing anything interesting? Like Mike said, I must admit modding can be a chore. To be honest, I ain't even gonna do it. So I just I'd rather just other people do it. Sam said it's football season here, Mount. Just finished watching my Vikings. Yeah, luckily I don't want to jinx it, but I never really have to do any modding. Probably because other people do it, but Peter's answer no work, so I'll be on Prawn Hub, mate. Jumbles our booster driving my custom Morris 1000 pickup about hard work, your pack, and very heavy clutch, but love the attention that it brings. Yeah, nice one. Alan Bushcroft said just relaxing, was going to go camp, but going to do it next weekend now. Yeah, that's pretty bad here. Raining all the time. Sam said to Mike, have you ever played a game called Long Dark? Mike, survival game. Don't know if that's going to turn into a joke or not. Iron Man Spartan said, do you like homemade apple or rhubarb crumble? I do, yeah. I can't say I ever get it often, or we ever make it often, but yeah, I do like it. Alan Bushcroft said, yeah, I'm in Surrey, it wasn't too good today. Yeah, where we was, in Buckinghamshire, yeah, it's pouring down, raining. A couple of dry patches, but Sam said, I meant, Mal, laugh at loud, I'm used to Mike's stream, not a joke. I've never played, nah. What, like a computer game, Sam? Jumble Salbusha, Dad gave it to me, but to be fair, spent well over 1,500 quid getting it back on the road in parts. Did most of the work myself, though. Leonard said, when you get back into the woods, Mark? Um, hard to say, mate. To be honest, with work, I might be able to get in the woods a bit more in the winter when work slackens down a bit. We're working, all the time now, non-stop. When it comes to the weekend, all you want to do is rest at home rather than go out, if you know what I mean. Nell said, I fancied that today, ended up with a wagon wheel. Sam said, I played it last night, it's pretty cool. Oh, I see, Sam, yeah, on PC, PS4. To be honest, I've got a PS4. I've probably played it twice and never bothered playing it again. Just, I don't know. I don't know, I just never end up doing any of them kind of things. Sam says all about survival, no zombies, etc. Yeah. Well, someone did show me a game the other day, unless it was the same one. Not the other day, a couple of months ago. It may not be the same one. And that was the same thing. That was all survival, and you even had to make deadfall traps in it and everything. And might be the same game. Sam said, I never play it either, Mount, but the kid brought it over and got me hooked on that game now. Well, the last game I played was Red Dead Redemption 2, whatever. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was a bloody, really, really good game. But it's just, I don't know, once I've put it down, I just can't get back into it. I don't know, I just feel like I've got other things I should be doing, kind of thing. Now, if I was on holiday, say, Christmas holiday, I probably would play it. But it's a bit pointless playing it once a year, isn't it? Leonard said, favourite army surplus. What, like army surplus piece of gear? Well, if you regard this as army surplus, it's not British army surplus. It's one of my most favourite things. I suppose technically you might be able to say it was. I like army canteens and all that, and you know the cook kits. But one of my favourite things is kind of army-ish, I suppose, is German army knife. Well, when me and Michael was younger, there's not this precise one, but they was the first knives that we ever owned. Was one of these each. I lost mine, fell out of my pocket. I remember exactly how I did it as well. I fell over it. Must have just been flying out of my pocket. Nelson, milk. It's a nice knife. That was sent to me for nothing by a German bloke called Arthur Brem. The bloke who he started making his own knives on the thing. I don't know if you didn't. I don't know if I said about it last time. He started having his own knives made and he's selling them on a website. But not this. But he sent me this just as a gift. Good bloke. By the way, like I said, if I'm missing people's comments, I'm sorry. Jumble Sale, boo. Leonard said, lovely bit of kit, man. Jumble Sale, boo said, I miss all them old army surplus shops. The small damp sacking will always be part of the search from the back of the day. Nowadays, there's many repro shite. Mike G's going to get one and a Deerfoot knife as well. Yeah, we had them when we was younger. I'm not 100% sure they was the first ones we ever had. I'll tell you another thing I do like, Leonard, which I've got. It's not in here though. I've got the army gas mask as well. British Army gas mask. Now, sir, just noticed I'm lit up as well. The more the merrier. John said we used to smell of damp in army surplus shops, I meant. Bloody predictive text. No, I knew what you meant. I must have missed what Leonard and Marcus was talking about. Oh, Dutch baskets love stainless steel, not aluminium, yeah. 69 forgets a doom in the 90s. I'm no gamer, but my 70-year-old dad loves games and Japanese mangas. Leonard said, can't beat surplus gear. There's probably other things, but I could never just think of. Not doing quite as well as Mike's Area 51 raid live stream, is it? Sam said, does that knife have an awl with a hole? Funny thing is, Sam, it's got an awl, but no hole in it on this one. Which that quite shocked me. It's quite a long, thin awl, but no hole in it. I'll tell you what it's got on it though. An awl, the dreaded corkscrew for opening a bottle of wine, a decent blade, and a very decent saw with a bottle opener at the end. And what I can only describe there is we always thought it was a match striker, and I'm sure I've actually read somewhere that is actually a match striker on it. You can file, I suppose, but I always regarded it as a match striker. And then that's the little symbol on it there, if you can see it. It's got a lanyard hole, which is quite, you know, quite like as well. Some of them ain't got them. Sam said, yeah, my Victorinox is the same. Now, I'm sure my other Victorinox has, one of them's definitely got a hole in it. Right, I'm getting behind now. 69 forgets that if I win the lottery, I'll fly in first class to Tokyo. Leonard said, have you got any of the new pistol crossbows, Malk? Irishman said, hi guys, what's the topic of discussion? Anything, mate. Just having a chat, I suppose. The newest crossbow I've got, not one of the new ones, it's that one. So I'm not even sure what the model is of this one. That's the that's apart from that, the other pistol crossbows I've got are the really cheap, kind of crappy ones. What well, which ain't worth, you know, ain't really worth having. Krylon said, Mel, you just need to tell everyone that you're going to probe an alien on your stream. Lennon said, there's an original Tomcat, man. That's, yeah, you're saying Tomcat, that probably is a Tomcat. Yeah, that probably is one. I think I lent it to Mike and he did a couple of videos of it once. No, so my connection went in the end on Slingshot stream. John B. That's a nice pistol, mate. Yeah, did anyone go on Slingshot Warriors stream last night? He fell off his bike and he'd cut all his hands and he'd cut all his arm and cut all his leg. So the gravel just gave way from underneath when he was riding his bike. Like he had a helmet on, otherwise he could have cracked his head open. But he said that karate training or whatever had helped him to stop himself hitting his head, I suppose. Yeah, can a mod block a mod, or can a mod delete another mod's comments? I don't know. 69 forgets that all friends here. I might said a mod can block another mod. Irishman says, not the full, it was a sudden stop at the end. Sam said, I'll type a cuss word, see if you can block it, Marcus. Now, so he didn't have much data on the phone, so he didn't want to buy any more with coming home today, Marcus. Leonard said you should do a cooking video about pheasant or something. Well, outside cooking. Iron Man Spartan said I had roast pork loin today. What did you have? We had chicken, but in some sort of leek and bacon sauce kind of thing. Roast potatoes, homemade stuffing, but I messed the stuffing up. With sweet corn and string beans, Yorkshire puddings and potatoes. Then I said, inside mate, nice roast or casserole. Well, that could easily be done. It's a little bit harder to do outside, but yeah, I could definitely do it. Sam said, well, it's left wing fuckers wouldn't let me record. So no one deleted your comments, so. To be honest, it didn't even get flagged. Unless I haven't got it on my thing. If I click that, what you said, shitsky, it says, if I click the three dots, it says go to channel, report, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, or remove moderator. It doesn't even say I can remove that comment. Yeah. Weird. Marcus said I buy all you can eat data from O2, 25 quid. Marcus said it gives you the option to block a mod. Alright. Mike said we had roast lamb, mint sauce, roast potatoes, pigs and blankets, carrot, leek, broad beans and asparagus. Sounds nice. Dan said no, it posted right away. Yeah. Harry Schmid. Howdy y'all. Howdy mate. Mike said a non-mod will have to try the swear words. Mods can anyway. Harry Schmid said from East Russia. Nice one, mate. Leonard said to Mike, what's the Red Rider gun like? Sam said, oh, I've been a bad boy, put me on timeout. 69 forgets that I've an Amazon slingshot. We have a gun shop in Failsworth, Airsoft. Never ventured because I'd rather die than kill anything. Fair enough. Leonard tried something. Message automatically held for review. Hidden by Sam. View, delete message. Z, not Z, hello, mate. John Hannah. Hi, John. Harry Schmidt said, I feel like 8 refugee right now. I've got no food. You need to make a trap or something so you can catch something. Leonard popped Sam's Mod Cherry. '69 forgets that I spider worm. Harry Schmidt said that's what I've been trying to do, but no success yet. Dog eat each one. 69 forgets that wriggling in distress on a concrete slab. What did you do? Pick the wriggler and planted him in a pot. You know what the weird thing is? My brother, my younger brother, my stepson Ryan, take the mickey out of me because that's the kind of thing I do as well. To be honest, I'm one of them. I'd never kill nothing for no reason. And if I do kill anything, I'll eat it. Unless it's something that can't be eaten, but is a terrible pest, if you know what I mean. If you're going to kill anything, you should eat it. There's no point killing things for no reason. Harry Schmidt, you ought to try some birds traps, whatever. The birds are pretty easy to trap if you can get them in, and they're quite weak if you need to eat whatever. Iron Man Spartan said, when was the last time you had good pie, mash and veg? Oh, quite a while ago. Leonard said it was over rather quickly, but the self-gratification was afterwards satisfactory. Marcus said squirrels tasty, yeah they are. Peter said what's human taste like? No idea. Leonard said to Sam, felt like a cigarette. 69 forget said tastes like chicken. Nell said I've always wanted to try squirrel, Marcus. Harry Schmidt said I'd gone fishing. I would like to shoot a deer, but not sure. 69 Fouquet said flag break ahoy. And that was flagged as inappropriate at first, till someone let it through. Must have took the not the literal term, but the other term for fag. Leonard said anyone killing an animal for no reason has issues. Totally agree, mate. I don't. To be honest, I would eat everything I kill, unless, like I said, I can't eat, or it's just diseased or something, or really dirty. But is, say, for example, in your house or something, you can't have it in there. Sam said I was guessing he meant cigarette. Peter Knight said spiders. Or eating them. Said not Z. Said Peter Knight. Apparently cannibals call humans long pig. Yeah, squirrel and rabbit taste pretty much the same. Sam said, while in Sear, I used to cook rabbit on my E-tool, shovel head. Iron Man Spartan said, if someone likes hurting animals and a psychopath and need locking up, hunting is okay to eat. Yeah, totally agree. Salmon 89. Yes, mate, I hope you're well. All right, mate. Marcus Banks said Sean Woods eats rats. To be honest, I wouldn't eat a rat. and I wouldn't eat a mouse either unless I absolutely had to. But just practicing and doing things, I'm not going to eat a UK rat, definitely. But to be honest, if I've got rats coming in the house or in the shed or in the garden, I'm going to kill them. But that's for pest control. But I wouldn't just kill things for the sake of it. It's wrong. Marcus Bates said, wouldn't eat a rat even touch one barehanded. Yeah, same here. I once read a thing about saying about the SAS was allowed to eat absolutely anything, but while in the UK, the one thing they was never ever allowed to eat while training was rats. After I read that, I thought I'm never eating a rat. Peter Nat said, £175 crossbow enough to kill a rat? I hope so. Marcus said, you got your rat traps out, Matt? Yeah, got some out at the minute. I've got 3 in the kitchen, 1 in the living room, 1 in the toilet. Nothing's been caught in the toilet, nothing's been caught in the living room. I've caught about 7 in the corner of the kitchen. So that's beginning to annoy me a bit. So I really need to find a hole and fill it in. But I think they're coming through the walls from next doors. So it may be a matter of no matter what holes I fill in, they're always going to be there. I've always got a trap out there. And it's one of the nice little easy set ones. Really good though. I work well. You know, do them in instantly nearly. Said not Z. Said rat lives matter to rats anyway. Sam said insects. A lot of people get sick eating raw grasshopper also. Peter Nat said laugh out loud. If you can't kill a rat with £175 bow, it's a mutant god rat. Harry Schmidt said, do you fry them rats? Irishman said, rats out in the wilderness supposed to be okay, no sewers for them to play in. Well, that makes sense, yeah. They may be cleaner. I did watch Les Stroud do a video where he caught a rat in a trap. And the way he did it, I thought it was pretty clever to save touching it. He cooked it exactly how it was when he caught it. So he singed the hair off and then he cooked it. And once he cooked it thoroughly through, he then gutted it. Whether that's a good idea or not, but he ate it and he's still alive now. So I thought it seemed like a pretty good idea. Marcus said, yeah, they come over through the loft sometimes. But when I looked through in the toilet downstairs, there's like a box section of the wall you can look through, and I could see like sections into next door neighbour's house. So they're either in the walls, in the loft, definitely everywhere. Harry Schmidt said, what about squirrels? What about them, mate? I've met them quite a lot of times. A lot of people eat squirrels. Even some restaurants in England serve it now. Squirrels. Weapon collector said, imagine if a rat was on a wall when you shot it with a £175 crossbow, the bolt caught in it, it'll probably fly off on the bolt for about 100 metres. Iron Man Spartan said, what eat you can eat Sunday and not be bored? Not be bored. I like beef. What? What can you eat every day and not be bored? Yeah, well, beef would be good. You could eat that tons of different ways. To be honest, chicken you can though, but beef. I'll probably say beef. Peter Nate said, I'd rather catch a bird or a fish. And Sam said, country rats, laugh out loud. Jumble South Boo said, I had a nasty experience back in the 1980s as a kid with a koi poo. Hate them. Yeah, they're like giant rats, aren't they? Nell said, yeah, I think I'll stick to fishing. Peter said, that's what I'm going to make, some homemade fish hooks tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be good. 69 forgets that he didn't appreciate it. Terminator said, apparently an adult rat's tail is the same size as the average man's willy. Is that true, mate? Stick one, oh mate, said air pistol collection video. Yeah, well, I ain't got a lot of air pistols now, so it won't be a very long video. Said not Z, said I saw a thing of Bear Grylls fought a rat to the death with bare hands down alleyway. Then he ate it raw, and then probably drunk his urine as well. Oh yeah, seagulls are almost inedible because they're so salty. Leonard said grey squirrels are a pest yet. Sam said, yeah, cooking before gutting risks the urine feces bursting in pressure. Well, that makes sense, yeah. Marcus said wood pigeon is very like venison. Oh, I'm out. Oh, mate. Good to see you. We have pheasant on Christmas Day and we make a wicked rabbit stew. We have 10 cats. They do not take any prisoners. Cheers. I always have pheasant Christmas Day now. I never used to when I was younger, but now, you know, when I get the choice, always, and if I can get it myself, I will. 9% of the time I can. If not, I normally get one from somewhere, but most of the times when I've got myself. Iron Man Spartan said, do you like ocean pie? I love it. I like things like that, yeah. Stick one said, weapons and tools you have to survive a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, I could do a video about that. Yeah, Marcus said, yeah, Samuel, when with rabbits, we used to squeeze the piss out of them before hanging them up. Yeah, I've seen people do that. Always, because the other thing they say with rabbits is you've got to gut them straight away as well. Well, I've eaten both. I've eaten rabbits that haven't been gutted straight away, and ones that have. And I'll tell you, ones that haven't been gutted straight away, you can really taste the difference, and they don't taste nice. '69 forgets that saw voles eating raspberries near the dirty old canal. Nell said to Jumble Salboo, when I caught my last carp, they were all around my feet, so I kissed the carp and named him Roland. 69 forgets said we got rats in this old house too. Leonard said easier to gut and skin them when they are warm out. Yeah, definitely, and that is definitely the case with squirrels, 100%. Kevin Persinger at JJR, I need a new hat. Any ideas on how to make one? The funny thing is, a few years ago, I made a rabbit skin hat out of like little patches of rabbit skin. It worked, but it was a lot of doing. But you could probably quite easily make one out of leather, Kevin. I definitely think you could. You could even do a proper, you know, one with a brim on it. Marcus Bradley said to me, have you seen that squeeze gutting method? Explain to me how you do it. I'm on spots, and I once made a sausage and bacon lasagna. It made my brother constipated for 3 days. Don't know if I'm missing a lot. Oh yeah. Sam said, now where I grew up, we were illegal to toss back, so the shore would be covered with carp, invasive species. Oh god, yeah. Harry Smith said, had a corned beef sandwich earlier, lovely. Kevin Persinger said, thanks for the input. Like I said, I got given to me a hat made out of leather, and it had been made just in, so I think it one big piece for the brim, one piece for the bit where it actually went on your head, and one piece for went on the top. And they'd made it with a, did big holes all the way around each part. So instead of stitching it with small thread, made big holes and then kind of laced it together with like leather thong. And that was really good hat. I never wore it, but it was, you know, it was a good hat. And when you looked at it, you could see how simple it would have been to make it. 69 forgets it. To be fair, I had a mate strange. He had 3 pet rats. Huge smell. The funny thing is, years ago I had 2 pet rats, and then after that we had another 2 pet rats. They weren't wild or anything. They was, you know. Marcus Bradley put a link up. I'll have to watch it later, Marcus, but I will watch it. I'll let you know after I've watched it. Jumble Sale Boo said, I remember when I was an underkeeper plucking partridge from Scotland. They were very worrying. Only a few feathers at a time. The skin would tear. Yeah. Kevin Persinger said, I know what you're describing. I like the idea. Yeah, that could definitely be done, and it was really simple when you looked at it. If you had the pieces of leather and you had the tools, you could easily make one. Iron Man Spartan said, pickled eggs are great survival food. They last years. I really like pickled eggs. Sam said, I've been looking for a couple of straight mesquite saplings. I want to make a hasty bow with one. Try to make a long-term bow with the other. Good thing in England, Sam, we've got lots of nice bow woods over here, what you can make, a lot of decent bows with. I don't know about where you are, what kind of trees and wood you've got. Jumble Sale Boo said, domestic rats stink, don't they? Yeah, ours, I don't remember whether ours did or not. They had a smell too, if you know what I mean, but it didn't seem too bad. Zed Not Z said, Irishman, I tried curing a pelt once, but it was too late for the poor thing and it died peacefully in its bed. Mike said he used to sell the skins on eBay too. Sam says, there's hardly anything in my area. Maybe in the mountains, native use mesquite with sinew back. Alright, yeah. 69 forget said, fillet of fish or a Big Mac? Big Mac. Getting a bit of a bad neck here. Iron Man Spartan said, fish and chips and loads of ketchup. You know what weird thing is? I like fish and I like chips, but from a proper fish and chip shop, I can't stand it. I never eat that kind of stuff in a fish and chip shop. To me, it always tastes really greasy and horrible. 69 forgets that they make you go car space. Yeah, if I cooked battered fish and chips at home, I would enjoy it. But like I said, they always say to me, oh, do you want to get some from the fish and chip shop? I said, nah, nothing. I know fish and chip shops, it always just tastes too greasy and horrible to me. If anyone's got any ideas for future live stream ideas, let me know. I don't know if it was Leonard last time had said about my work bag EDC. I was gonna do that tonight, but then I just thought then the camera's just gonna be pointed at the floor with me just taking stuff out of the bag. So I wasn't sure whether to do it or not. But if you really want to see that, I will do it. But any other ideas for live streams? Kevin Partinger said, "Oh, this Yankee needs a fish and chip recipe." Iron Man said, "Smoked haddock done in tin foil with garlic butter, baked potatoes. That's heaven for me." That does sound nice. Kevin Persinger said, "Make a project live." That's good, yeah. Dead Not Z said, "I remember a girl I once knew telling me that the black crusty bit around the top of the bottle reminded her of, nearly put me off my food." 69 for Cat said, "Get it off your chest." Irishman said, "Keychain EDC might be good." Scott Thompson said, "That's because fish and chip shops use palm oil these days." I'll tell you what, Scott, anything from a fish and chip shop, just can't bear it. Disgusting. If anyone said to me, "What do you want from a fish and chip shop?" I'll probably just say a pie. Bryphonic Gray, I hope I pronounced your name right, said, "Thoughts on spear gun effectiveness for supplying year-round coastal fish?" Well, the thing is, I'll be absolutely honest, because I'm not anywhere near a coast at all, I've not had much experience doing things like that, so I couldn't actually really answer that question, mate, till I've had more of a go at it. I know a few people who have. Scott Thompson said, "Yep, not like it used to be." Nell said, "Pea fritters." I've never tried a pea fritter either. Peter Nat said, "I only like open chips and oven chips. Anything other than that, I find sweaty and gross." Sam said, "Honestly, Mount, most stream topics end up going in different directions anyways. Best to just let the topics come as you go, my opinion." Now, you're probably right, mate. I always just worry that we'll have nothing to talk about, if you know what I mean. Iron Man Spartan said, "Mark, can you do a survival dugout where you dig a hole and lay in it with a sleeping bag and a tarp?" I'll look into it, mate. 69 Forget said, "No." Then he said, "We got a rabbit." Oh, internet said, "No, it was open chips, not wrapped chips." I get you, yeah. Not wrapped up so they become sweaty and horrible, yeah. I thought I've just straight away assumed you must have meant oven chips. Marcus said to Kevin Persinger, "Did you get my fish recipe earlier?" Sam said, "With the groups you and Weapon Collector have, we usually find something to ramble about." Yeah, that's true. "69 Forget said, "Daft lop-eared, he humps Mrs. 69's arm." Oh, you've got a rabbit? A pet rabbit? I had a pet rabbit as well years ago. Some of you may even remember it from the videos. It used to be in the videos. Z not Z said, "Oven chips are a sin against man and God." I'm a sinner then. I really really like oven like French fries. Marcus said if you put chippy chips in the oven when you get home, you can crisp them up a bit much nicer. I might try that actually. You never tried that. Iron Man Smart said macaroni and cheese with ham and mushrooms in is a great dish. Sam said any plans for new books, Mark? Um, well, funny thing is, I've done another book which I've not told anyone about yet because I was going to get the book before I did it. It's slightly off topic to what I normally do, but then some of the others have been as well. But I did a book because it seemed like a popular subject, and it was improvised self-defense weapons, but mainly things like entirely improvised. For example, like a can of just a can of beans in a bag, or or using a bottle, as a weapon kind of thing. It's kind of thing like that. I've done it and I've put it out and it's on Amazon and it's sold a few copies already. But I wanted to wait till I've got the book and then I'm going to show everyone it properly. But I've got another one. I wanted to do a book about sling bows, to be honest, because I've been making quite a few sling bows. So I was getting some really good ideas, and I've done a few before. Made quite a lot of sling bows before because you sell them on eBay. So I thought the next one's probably going to be a sling bow book. Marcus Brackett said a bunch of keys is good. Yeah, well, that's another one that was on there. A bunch of keys on a chain. Um, uh, um, Sam said, let me guess. Mark's out my improvised weapon, a cup. There's a cup in the book. Marcus Bradley said, Dave Canterbury does a lot of sling bows, doesn't he? I don't know about nowadays, but he did do, yeah. Kevin Barting said, EDC boot kit. We'll do a video about that. Peter Knight said, a book would work with a very book itself. Well, a book is in the book as well. I've got one part about having a book in a bag. You could use a book in a bag, or you could use a big book in a bag as maybe like a shield. Bit of a joke from Zed. He said, Sam, now that'd be just for the muggers. Kevin Persinger said, yes. Yes, sir. I'll see what I can do, mate. Sam said, I've been poking you about for about 3 years, I think, now. I'm still intending, when I get a nice stainless steel cup with a rim which is just straight up, I'm going to sharpen all the rim up so it's like an axe or a knife, put some other things on it. I'm definitely going to do that. Weapon Collector, I suspect every realistic idea you lot come up with will be in the book. Yeah. Iron Man Sparks said, Malk, if you get cardboard glue, tin foil on one side and then cover the rest cardboard with a grill tape, but leave the tin foil low exposed with a DR reflective sleek roll mat. That's a good idea. I like that. That's a good idea. Oh, if you want to know the title of the book, it is called Improvised Self-Defense Weapons. It's on Amazon right now. 69 forgets it. I regret rubbing ketchup in my eyes, but that's hindsight. Hindsight. Richard Bowman, alright, mate. Krylon said 4 or 8 large biker rings would help yourself in self-defense. Beach and said, ever made a smoke grenade as a kid? We needed a ping ball and some tinfoil. I think we might have tried doing that when we was younger. Rich, was you on Slingshot Warriors live stream last night? Yeah, like I said, check it out. It's on Amazon. You don't have to buy it. Just have a look. Richard Bowman said, yeah, I was on Slingshot Warriors live stream only for about 30 minutes. Yeah, he fell off his bike, didn't he? Sam said, I made homemade neighbour OJ in a glass. OJ and gas in a glass bottle. Molotov style, we would throw them at passing cargo trains. 69 from Get said, my dad's never lost a case. That makes him Gatwick's top baggage handler. Kevin Bursinger said, at JJR, I noticed a lot of Stephen King on your bookshelves. What's your favourite? I've been reading quite a lot of his recently. I've recently read The Institute, which is his brand new book out. I do like it, and The Stand is the book of The Stand is really, really good book. But the whole of the Dark Tower series, which is 7 books, is probably one of the best stories he's done. So out of his single books, maybe The Stand or it. Out of the whole story of the Dark Tower, probably the Dark Tower series. Sam said, frozen OJ gets sticky with gas, sticks to the train while burning. And I guess when you say gas, Sam, you mean petrol, yeah? Richard Bowman said, Tommy Knocker's TV film I like. Well, I'll tell you a weird thing, Richard. I've watched that and thought it was all right, yeah? And then I got the book, started to read the book, got halfway through the book, and I could not just read anymore. I had to stop reading it. Sam said, I'm not sure if it was Stephen King, but a book called The Long Walk. Ever read it? I have read The Long Walk, yeah. You read that one, Sam? I've read The Long Walk, yeah. That's about, it's kind of like, well, not similar to The Running Man or The Hunger Games, but it's that kind of premise. So it's about a load of young boys who have to go walking as part of like a competition, and behind them is like a military. It's called a half track, and if they slow down to say less than 4 miles an hour, I think it is, then the soldiers on the half track shoot them. It's like a competition. That's it, yeah. Sam said, yeah, 3 miles per hour. That's it. 69 forget singing words of a song. Marcus Brackley said it was shit, I thought. What, the book or the or the TV series thing or the film. I really liked the book. Really, really liked it. Yeah, that's it, Sam. Yeah, I have read that one. I read that fairly recently as well. I really like the book, Marcus, of it. That and the Stand, the whole of the Dark Tower series. Like I said, I read the Long Walk. The Long Walk, Sam, may have actually been one of the ones he did under his other pen name of Richard Bachman. Oh, and I'll tell you in a second. I've got here Stephen King, the Bachman books. So writing as Richard Bachman, and I'll find the contents. Yeah, The Long Walk. Yeah, I read that fairly recently, probably this year. Sam, when you said did Stephen King write that, I'm gonna have to get it again. What, The Long Walk or Richard Bowman's has still got a few of the Stephen King films. Silver Bullet, I think, was the first one I watched. I've never seen Silver Bullet or read the book. And I know Marcus like Salem's Lot, right? And I'll show you something here. Someone kindly sent me as a gift. Marcus, that's a very good book. A good friend called Marcus sent me. That's a very good book. And that's one of his early ones as well. Yeah, Mike said the same as me. Love the book to it and the Stand. All-time favourites of Dark Tower. Kevin Persing said, if you had one book to take for survival, that's not a survival instructional. Right, it'd probably be either one of the really big Stephen King books I've never read. So the other big one I've got is Under the Dome. So either take Under the Dome or maybe take either The Stand or It, purely because they're absolutely massive books that take you a fair bit of time to read them. See you later, Peter later. Dead not easy. Marcus Bradley, I won't read it. I know clowns are evil already. I don't need some bloody author to tell me about it. Sam said, awesome. Now I know what to look for. Iron Man Spartan said, when you're out in the cold, if you wrap tin foil around your woolly hat, it keeps you much warmer. I've heard of that one, yeah. Do you know about Gore Woods in Burnham? Urban Life? No, I don't think I've heard of them. Gore Woods? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Marcus said, glad it went to a good home, Milk. I enjoyed that. I'll crawl on to the Marcus about biker rings there. Makeshift brass knuckles. I don't know if it's hot where you are, but I'm sweating here. Marcus said it just now. Have you read Salem's Lot? Bloody excellent. That is a good book. And considering that was probably only his second or third novel he'd done. That's a really good one, and it kind of reads like one of his, um, newer ones. I can't say that once his newer ones got better, but his newer ones are slightly different. Um, I enjoy all of them. Really good books. Urban Lifestyle is known as the Gore. You should go there. Cool bunkers there. I honestly don't think I've heard of it, mate. I have to have a look into that. He said, Marcus Brackley, if you think like that, we'll get you with Demonica clowns. 69 for Cat said, I read The Lorax by Dr. Zeus. Richard Bowman says, quite warm here yesterday. John Lord, hello, John. You make it too hard. Jello, gelatin, and heavy corn syrup makes the thick jelly to a white gas diesel gas mix versus car gas makes a truly hot and long burn inferno. Yeah, Nell, it's well worth reading that book. It's a good book. Urban Life said, if you find the bunkers, they're huge. Yeah, with Marcus and that, I would recommend Salem's Lot. Good book. Iron Man Spartan said, have you had a drink since Christmas? I think I had one at a funeral. And that was it. Because you probably know that I rarely drink now. So I think I had a bit of a drink at a funeral. But that was it. And that was probably quite a fair few months ago. So I probably drunk, once or twice this year. John Lord said, sounds like you guys like watching demonic clown movies. Recent one just out. Kevin Persinger said, time for a joke. Radio 51 was a bust. Should have just raided Ant Hill. Dead Not Z said, I've seen a DVD I want to get. The Banana Splits Horror Show. 69 forgets his life. Who needs it? John Lord said, why would anyone want to raid 51? There is nothing there anymore. Anybody. All moved. Kevin Persinger said, bust. Well, I'm going to go till 11 o'clock. I've got to get my work clothes ready. Marcus said, Fleagle, Bingo, Drooper and Snork. $69 for Cat said, 50 years of misery with some bright times. Doesn't add up, to be honest. Kevin Persinger said, at least you're not streaming yourself playing video games. Iron Man Spartan said, can you do a video on your BSA Lightning with a tactical stock? What, the old one, which was all like unsure? Well, the problem is I can't do that because I ain't got it anymore. Robert Gleck said, at Z not Z, you should read it. It technically is an interdimensional shapeshifter that feeds on people's fears. So in the book, it's lots of things. It just happens to be a clown for the kids in it. Sam said, the small Nevada town outside Area 51 made some good tourist money, though. Probably going to be an annual thing now. And then John said, no, to a new place in Nevada, mentioned many years ago. Then Marcus said, Groom Lake. I don't know if there's a lot of people on who's drunk tonight. Ironman Spartan said, do you have any bear traps? I've got no traps which are big enough to catch a bear, but I've got traps which a lot of people regard as bear traps, if I can find it. I can't reach it. But I've got some traps which are in the style of what many people would regard as a bear trap, which is in English call them gin traps, but they're not big enough to catch a bear, if you know what I mean. 69 forgets I've been to Korea 4 times, Thai 7, China 1 time. I want the cash living in Asia. RG said best and worst trees, long lasting firewood. Best and worst. Well, I know like pine trees and that burn away quickly, don't they? Elm is pretty slow burning, but it's not doesn't give off a lot of heat. Hardwoods like oak and that would be good for burning. Kevin Persinger said, opinion on Countdown. Have to watch videos on YouTube because we don't get it here. British TV has some better programming. Yeah, Countdown's right, yeah. Sam said, I'm off to the gents and Nell taking the better half out to eat. You like Sam? Richard Bowman said, yeah, large gin trap might work as a bear trap. Well, I've seen some which are massive, which would catch a bear. And they got ones, I've seen pictures of ones which are like panther traps and everything. Ironman Spartan said, what's your favourite food to eat cold from the tin? Well, either corned beef in a tin, or I quite like eating stew from a tin. Just to open it up and eat it. Rice pudding, Nelson. I do that all the time. So I say there are other ones, but rice pudding must be up there with it because I actually do. About 2 nights ago, I ate rice pudding straight out of a tin. Man, Spartan said Xmas tree branch is a good tinder. John Lord said best hardwood, maple, oak, medium fire, elm, cedar, redwood, hot fire, pine, conifers, worst softwoods, birch, aspen, cottonwood, fruitwoods. Man, supposed to cold tin food is nice, yeah. Kevin Persinger said talk music. What kind of music I like? Well, I normally just listen to the radio, so the radio I listen to is absolute classic rock. When I was younger, I used to really be into Oasis, and then I was quite into Madness and a lot of those kind of ska bands like that. Nowadays, I listen to anything, but mainly if you can get absolute classic rock, which I think you can online, pretty much anything I listen to on there I like. Right, I've got to go in a couple of minutes. I've got to only going up to 11. 69 Fouquet said, Watcher in the Tower. I like them, all day breakfast in a tin and things like that. They're nice. I've seen these stupid videos what people do, like taste testing these things, and they try it, and they say, "Oh, this is disgusting. Oh, I never taste nothing like it." But I think they're just making it up because them things do taste nice. I don't care what anyone says. Hard cheese. Do you have a log burner as you would have free fuel? You know what? This house, it's not. It can't be fitted with anything like that. It's not got a chimney or anything, and there's nowhere to kind of put it. And I'd probably have to ask permission to have one put in, which they probably won't allow. Because I know it's not a single person here at all that's got anything like that. So I ain't got one, and I could just have tons and tons and tons of free fuel. 69 forgets of Mike Oldfield. Oh, you want to like music? Right, only going on for about 1 more minute. Tin of beef burgers, Mike. I'd try anything. I think actually we got a tin of beef burgers from Home Bargains. They weren't bad. Once you've had the whole tin, you start feeling a little bit sick, if you know what I mean. But if you had a couple of them, I like tin food, whether it's good for you or not. Marcus said, "Aren't wood burners banned now?" Well, I did read somewhere that they want to do that. They want to start doing that. Whether they've done it or not, I don't know, but they want to. Saw something about it. Iron Man said tin burgers are nice in gravy. I used to like the meatballs in gravy or meatballs in tomatoes. I haven't had them for years. They're not Z said, talking of fuel, save gas, fart in a jam jar. Got a jam jar? Krylon said, good night. John Lord said, do you people have wood pellet burning stoves, furnaces over there, less pollution, high heat? Yeah, I know where one is. I've seen someone have one. Kevin Percy said, thanks for the stream. Keep up the good work, good health, and good feelings. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for spending it with us. Cheers, mate. Applejack's, in all honesty, I think they're one of the food I dislike, but I'll still eat it if hungry. Shepherd's pie. Oh. No, I knew what you meant, Kevin. Good feelings. Right, we're going to have to sign off now because it's 11 o'clock, and to be honest, I've got things to do. So, just going to write here for you. If I can get the mouse to work. I can hear the dog running up the stairs as well. It must know that must be getting ready to do something. Bella. Oh, they're running up the stairs. Right, anyway. Thank you all for coming on. I do appreciate it. And I remember what days Mike is doing his live streams. And then Mark said that's a mouse. And then I'll probably do some more in the week as well. Maybe Wednesday or something like that, or maybe a Thursday. Depends if I can work out who's in the house and who's not. Because I'm do if I know people aren't in, it's even better. You know what I mean? Get more peace and quiet. But anyway, I'm turning this off now. So, will do, Marcus. Turning this off now. Thank you very much, everyone watching and commenting and everything. All right, see you later.